Good morning. I don't know why, but I keep feeling like it's not Friday. Chair is spinning. It's Friday morning. It's painting time. I do wish I had my water bottle, but I'll have Steven grab that when he's done. Vagabond says, it's actually tomorrow. What's going on tomorrow? Oh, I have an appointment. That's what's tomorrow. So we have Kaboom and Sparkle. Oh, you cannot see this, can you? Ooh. You can kind of see the brown. Kinda. I can see it in person. Okay, it's not great. It's there. Barely. So we're gonna mix up lighter browns today and go over that. And this one is set so we can start putting the blues on this one. That's the plan for today. It feels like Friday to me. I was ready for it to be Friday. It's been a long week. Yeah, it's been a really long week. There is some family stuff happening for me that I'm not ready to talk about yet, but it's very exciting. I'm very excited. Oh, I need to check something regarding that very quickly. Okay. That answers that. Yeah. No, family. Not us. But it is exciting news. I have a 21-month resub from the WILE LP. 7 months from Private Butter for Christ. Anise gifted a sub to Zelda Fan. Darkness Bride resubbed at 20 months, and Pickletron resubbed at 30. And Brina BX resubbed at 20 months. Good morning, everyone. They're moving. The way my dad talks about Florida, half the time I expect him to just be like, yeah, we bought a house in Virginia and we're moving to Virginia now. Just the way he talks sometimes, I'm like, do you even like Florida? Like, you seem unhappy. Virginia's worst do not come here. I think he's done with snow. So there is that. We have a 7-month resub from Sweet Serene. Good morning. With the sweep emote. Yeah, so like I said, we're going to do more light brown layers on this one, which is Sparkle, and we're going to start the background on Kaboom. My worry is as I do more layers on this, I'm going to lose the actual stuff underneath, which is concerning. Because, like, I need that to be there. Or I have to regrid it and redraw it, which wouldn't be the worst thing. It's like, you know what you have to do, you just don't want to do it. You just want it to magically be done. That's how I feel about it. So my options are redo this now in white, and then do more background layers, and then redo the white again, or just do the background, and then if I have to grid it and redo it, both are options. Both are things I can do. It just depends which way I want to go with it. And I don't love either option. So I'm kind of landing on just painting the background. And then if I have to, regrid it. Because then I'm fixing a mistake, not preemptively doing extra work that I may not need to do. I think that's how I feel about it. Dust Carter says depends on where in Florida. Central, not coastal. The other day he posted a photo to the extended family group chat my dad did. That was the eye shine of a ton of gators. Because if you are out where they are and you shine a big light, all their eyes light up like cat eyes. And it was like Florida Christmas lights. And then I sent him one of a gator that said, if you're cold, they're cold, let them inside. Renee says, it's true, my house is full of cold gators. Gotta keep them warm. They're cold-blooded. I remember one year when we lived in Myrtle Beach and it got really cold. They were showing gators on the news because it had frozen, like all the little swamplands nearby. And the gators stick their nose up so they can get air, and they just kind of freeze that way and stay there till the water thaws. It's wild. So they were like walking around the lowlands and there's just these little gator snouts stuck up through the ice frozen into them so they can breathe while they're frozen. Orlando or north, that's fine. Anything south of there towards Miami, then no. I don't think I've been south of Orlando. I've been... Where is... There's a garden. There's a botanical garden that I've been to. And that's south of Orlando, but it's not, like, extremely south of Orlando. We have a 17-month resub from Kita Loves SM. Good morning. I'd like to go to the Keys at some point. I've wanted to go to the Keys since my mom went when I was very little. She got me a bookmark. It was a cat. Do I hear Kepo? I think I hear Kepo. I mostly just want my coffee to be warm, cold enough that I can drink it. All right, iPad. You are quite dead. You were at 2% when I got in here this morning. Okay, so, like I said, there was two ways I could go with this, and I decided to do the one that, will either mean more or less work depending on what happens. The risky one. The song has Peanuts, Linus, and Lucy vibes. I love that song. Get coconut malt. We go from that to coconut malt. There's something about this hoodie that just doesn't feel like it fits me right. Ever since I put it on this morning, I've been kind of like, what is up with this? And I think the hood was a big part of it. I tuck that up. Maybe that helps. Okay. I need soft brush. We have a 21-month resub at tier 2 from Radio Dread. Good morning. Silver Kepi. Kepi has been real good about waking us up, and yesterday he did not want to eat any food, so he was hungry, but was kind of being a jerk about it. Okay. So I'm going to mix up a lighter brown and basically just go over all of this. And I need a little bit of this transparent, what is this, shading gray? Yeah. And the umber's dried out, so we need some of that. Kippy's an old boy. He's allowed to be a little grumpy. He can be grumpy. He just shouldn't wake Steven up over 10 times in a night. You know, 2 would be fine. But when it starts getting like 5, 10... This is too orange. I don't know if I like this. Let's put in some more umber. That's better. Also, I should have pulled my hair back and I didn't. That's fine. So like last week when I started to bring in this background and I didn't love it, I think that had to do with the glazing liquid being so opaque before it dried. So I think that was part of how I felt about it. So my thought is put some of this down and leave it alone and think about it later. So that's that part. Ooh! Nope, don't fall over. That would be the worst. In fact, we're gonna flip you back this way. my other thought is if this is too light on here, then I can always just put like darker colors over it. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of that in there. That's okay. I just stuck my brush in the water. I need to do this yet. Why would I do that? Okay, so I did all of that. Ooh, you can see it really good at this angle. Cool. We're gonna let that dry. And then we'll see how it looks. It's a wild response that I was able to give to my friend for their workout today. Okay, we're gonna do the background for this one now. And this one's gonna be much easier to see on camera. Morning, Chaz. Chaz, that was one of the legit options I was given. Radio Dread, so far this looks really cool, especially next to the other piece. I'm excited to have them both where you can see them enough, because right now you really can't, because the other one is so covered with the brown background. Siri's salty about treadmills. She seems to be unhappy that you're doing treadmills. Okay, background on this one is blue. Do I have this one? Yeah, I do have this one separate. What kind of blue do I want to use for that? It's greenish, but it's also like quite neutralized. Prussian? Pain? No, you're too violet. Prussian's greener. Chess says, I'll go next time. 15 Fahrenheit is a bit much. What is it today? Because I was going to go do that bike ride. Ooh. It's currently upper 30s, getting to lower 40s today. Ooh. I don't like that, but I'm going to go do it, I think. Alright, so I think I'm going to take some Prussian blue and see if burnt sienna neutralizes it, but also turns it slightly green. That's the hope. Because Prussian has... Okay, Prussian is actually quite purple. I should probably just start with cyan. Or cyan. Or phthalo blue green. I should probably just start with phthalo blue green. Because it's way greener. Okay, so mixing phthalo blue green and burnt sienna did almost exactly what I want. The ratio isn't quite right. Can I scrape that so it's lighter? It's quite green, and that's fine. I'm just going to add more of the phthalo in. But it does neutralize it enough, and it makes it slightly green, which is exactly what I wanted it to do. I just have to get the ratio right. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. Good. So we're doing the same thing on this one. Oh, I should do... Do I need to draw this? Or should I just make it up? I should just do this. Because it's flipped. I can also do this and get the other side. Okay. We have everything in place to do this. Except more glazing liquid, which I need. So this is my color that I'm using for this background. We are not mirrored. Why are we not mirrored? That's better. So this is what I was doing on the brown one, but you can see it way better. So that's the background. We're not done yet. I need to add more, but that's kind of what I'm looking to have. I do have to say, this one's way easier than the other one. Something about the blue. That was a brush stroke. That was a mistake. Let's fix that. Okay. Happy with that. I need to do the side still, but I kind of want to... I should just do it. I should just do it. Like that one's set. I also think I want to do some of the bursts with the blue behind it. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So some of these bursts, I think I'm going to just add a little bit more. We have a 10-month resub from One Weird Cat. Good morning. Yeah, this is the right call. We'll do that on the other one too. Yeah, right call. So let's flip back to this one. I can rotate it so it's the same and do that as well. The cool thing about this one is I don't have to go back over it because you really can't see the blue on top of the black, unlike this one. So what I may end up doing is doing more of the blue to, I don't know, kind of go in between the blue and the black. But for now we're gonna leave it.
just seeing.
Could you grab me my water bottle from the nightstand?
Yeah, does it have water in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, that's set for that one. Now it just needs to dry, and then we need to probably regrit it. And this is still quite wet, but I think I could do another layer on that easy. So that's our next layer. Thanks, you can just sit right here. Okay, I'm happy with that now. Now I am getting some of the canvas showing through in some places here, which I don't love, so I'm thinking I'm just going to take some of this and try and get that to go away. We have a 16-month resub from Reed. Good morning. And the part that was really bothering me about this was over here. Okay, that helped. There's also a ton of eraser dust around, which is kind of just getting all over the canvas. So that's gonna have to be something that changes to clean it up. Alright, I'm gonna do a good clean of all these brushes and then think about this painting. So there's something about the blue one, the Kaboom, this one, between the background and then the solid black. That's not quite, they're not together yet. They're not harmonious. There's something about them that's pretty separate still, and I don't love that. So I'm trying to think about how I can do that. So I can do more blue. I could do a lighter blue and get rid of some of these paint marks that I'm seeing. That might help. It would also make it look more intentional, I think, also. That's the other part of it. The good thing about that one, like I said, is I don't have to re-go over the actual sparkler part. That part isn't getting lost behind the blue paint, unlike on the other one. Which I will definitely have to go over. Like, even this part has gotten a little bit brown, which is fine. I gotta redo it anyway. But we're gonna clean these brushes off, maybe finish the coffee. And then consider what I wanna do. Reed says, is this 4th of July inspired? Not necessarily. I just really like fireworks. And I took a photo of this sparkler when I was at that wedding in October. So yeah, that's my feelings. This feels incomplete somehow. And I think it's because this feels so unintentional. Like it's incomplete. So I need to make it look intentional. And my current thought is a even lighter blue, bringing that in more to fill in some of these orange skin holes on the canvas, and to blend it out a little bit more, because this feels weird. So it'll blend it and make it less obvious. So that's first thought on that one, but we need to let it dry a little bit, and I'm gonna have some coffee. And on this one, I think the background is good. I think it's good. I may disagree after I put the white back in. That would suck. If I do light blue on Kaboom, will Sparkle get a matching brown accent? It kind of, I mean, there, you can see the brown, how they're, let me flip it. So they're actually mirrored and not rotated. There. So they're mirrored. You can see the brown, how it's matching. I don't think I need to blend it out more than it is on this one, because this one, I think it's less obvious and it feels better. And I say feel like it's in my heart feels. But this one will need the white drawn back in, obviously, like it is at the bottom. And I could do a brown wash over all of it, just so it's not solid black. I'm not planning on making it blue down here. It's going to fade. It's going to be subtle, but it just needs something to make it look more intentional. One of the things I remember learning when I took photography with my professor saying, if your photograph is going to be crooked, like if your horizon line is not going to be level, then it needs to be intentional, because if it's a little bit, it looks weird. But if it's a lot, then you made a decision. So like, this is kind of in this weird gray place where I need to make it intentional. It needs to be fully one way or the other, and it's not. So that's why I'm going to do a light blue wash kind of in this area to kind of blend this down, and then here to blend that up. It's also going to fill in the peach, not peach, orange skin. There's a term for it, and I can't remember what it is. So the canvas has a texture, right? And even though I've gessoed it and sanded it, it's not smooth. It's never going to be glass, and it's never going to just fully fill in all of it. So sometimes the little bits of raw canvas show through your paint. So that's what I'm getting like right here. And like I was getting over here where I could see the white gesso under the black gesso. An orange peel. It reminds me of an orange peel. Like if you painted paint on an orange, all those little divots wouldn't get paint down into them. So they stand out and you would see all the orange, which is what's happening. You're seeing the white under the blue in some spaces. So a light blue wash will fill in those because it's less thick. So it'll sink into those holes better. So it'll fill in some of that, which is that goal. This one does not suffer from that problem because I've really gone over it with a transparent gray doing that wash already. Summer Nora says that's the term for seeing the texture of paint on a car. Ah. I think the best way I can show it is if I take some blue and I go over here. So like, see how I'm getting the dots here? It's kind of like that, where if I'm doing that, it's like the negative spots showing through. I don't want that to happen. It can be a look depending on how you're painting, but not in how I'm doing this. So I'm trying to avoid it here. And I might lean into that technique somewhere else. Still wet. Almost done with coffee. How's the new coffee maker treating you? Good. I like that it has a strength setting. So I can make it very strong. That's been nice. It also has a temperature setting, so I can make it less hot so I can drink it faster. Or let it cool enough to drink faster. And it also doesn't take as long to heat up. That's nice. Raven Shepherd said, painting clay sculptures is the same problem, so we always do an underpainting in a neutral color or matching dark. I know it's something with like miniature figurines too, where people will paint it like black first, and then they'll paint lightly and dry brush on top, whatever color they want, so it gets kind of this texture in it. So like I said, it's something you can definitely lean into if that's the technique you're going for. But here, with this, it's something that's making it look unfinished. And so I'm going to try and pull away from that. This one's not having that problem, just this one. Des Carter says, what model has a temperature controller? Whatever one Costco is selling right now. So we're going to use a lot of gloss glazing liquid for this. So I'm going to put a pretty big puddle where I'm going to be working and then a backup in case I need more. Off to the side. And I need, where is it? Where's that bottle? No, not you. There you are. This stuff. I don't know what it is anymore. Whatever it is has taken the paint, the ink off the bottle. What is this called? It's water conditioner. I think they've changed the name of it since I bought this as well. So I'm gonna put, here, can you see the drops? Like that much in a thing of water. Not in the paint, in the water. And the bottle is always full of that stuff. I don't know why. I don't have any problem with anything else. Actually, I can just look that up. What is that stuff? I'll know it when I see it. Don't want to get any of that on my phone. That would not be fun. Golden paint. Tell me what that is. Explore our products. What is it? Additives. Wedding Aid. That's the new name, Wedding Aid. They changed that name since I bought that bottle, because that's not what that bottle said originally. So Wedding Aid is used to reduce surface tension in the water, so it makes the paint flow better. So it goes in the water, not the paint. Acrylic Flow Release, that's the old name. The old name. So yeah, so this container I have has those like 4 drops in it. That's all I need, and I'm just gonna get the brush wet in that, and then like get extra water off. I don't want the brush sopping wet. In fact, I'm going to like tap it on paper towel to get extra water, so that there's like the smallest bit of it in the brush right now. That's how much I need. So that's something that helps that orange peel effect, so it stops it from happening as much. Can I get the same effect with soap? Maybe. I would be worried to add something like that, because I don't know how it will interact, and Golden tests everything, so I know that this will interact just fine. That's helping. I'm gonna need a lot more gloss glazing liquid though. think it helps. I don't like this song. Yeah, now we're gonna work up, and that will finish that. I think. Let's paint these. And I think having it horizontal is not the right choice. So I think I'm going to just kind of curve it a little bit here. Yeah, that feels way more intentional. Okay, good. Okay.
Anything
Yogurt.
Greek yogurt.
Uh-huh.
Is that it?
I think so.
You gotta handle it.
All right.
Love you.
Love you too. That feels way better. Like I said, it feels more intentional, which is what we wanted. So I'm gonna grab, and there's still a little bit of the orange peel going on, but it's not as much. Better, much better. It's gonna happen again. Are you all ready for the second time for it to close? Okay. That one could be almost done. We could call that one almost done. It's not 100% done. I also want to step back and think about it, like, for a day, at least. It's time for this week's episode of How Long Until Kepler Walks into the Room to Cause Trouble. He's not here yet. This one might be done. Like I said, I'm gonna need to step back, but I'm happy with it in a way I wasn't like 10 minutes ago. This one will need work. And I think I may just have to admit that I will have to repaint or redraw in grid the sparkler. That's okay. I don't love it. Stand back? Yeah, I should. Can we see the reference next to Kaboom? Yes. I don't think I need to do more in the background of this one. I I think this one's background is fine. They don't match. They were never going to be a perfect match. I knew that. I was not aiming for that. I knew they would be close and it would feel that way, but I was never intending to sell these as a pair either. They're cousins, not twins, or sisters, not twins. But I do have to re-go over all of this, or re-grid it. And that's not going to be super fun, but I'm going to have to do it. So my thought is maybe go over what I can see with a white paint marker, let it dry, and then grid some of it. Or if I do it all in the white paint marker, what I can see, grid if I need to for some of it, but it may also be like doing the outside of the puzzle where I can just kind of fill in the inside. So that is my thought there. Like I said, there's a lot of eraser dust today. So let's do a little bit of that, because I still have a little bit of time I want to be working on this. Paint marker. Oh, no, you're not the right one. Where's the other one? Oh, you're on the other side. You're not in the pile of all of them. I at least want to get a few of these in so I can see how it looks. I'm gonna need to bring in a brush and make some of the lines thicker like I had been before, but it's starting to pull it back. It's helping. In doing this, I think about what I should have done to start, which was do the background and then grid the firework on, but I didn't. And this is where it's starting to get hard to see exactly what I'm trying to draw. Probably should have started here, so I could have done more. It's kind of neat, just filling in like this, like not all of it. There's a lot I'm missing. Like there's one here, which is what, this guy? That was damp. That I can't really see yet. It's hard to see it under the brown. That looks really neat. Like, this will need to get bright. Because it all kind of originates from here. But it looks neat. It's not done. I think I will need to grid, or at least I will need to sit there with my reference image and see where things sit, like how many more, or at least compare it to this. Which one can I flip? I can flip this one. So I can mirror them here. So I can go piece by piece and be like, all right, let's compare this one here and try and mirror it in my head. That's kind of the next step here. But it's coming together. I also need to make some of these lines thicker with a brush, and that's going to be a different day. But I'm happy with it. I've always wanted to do some sort of sparkler painting in particular, because I just really like when they get these little pops at the end. And I have a ton of photos of sparklers from 4th of July's that we've done. There's one where I have one and it kind of all goes this way. Rather, like this way. Instead of like a full burst. And that photo I really like. I really love the 4th of July. Fireworks are one of my favorite things. Cool, so let's start by running Patreon Ticker. and do a shout out to my Patreon sponsors. If you're interested in that and the perks, there will be links in chat. Things that are coming up. Tonight we're going to be doing a special stream that is kind of the like bonus content for Extra Life. We did not get to do the Tony Hawk game with the Tony Hawk board during Extra Life, and we just kind of said, well, we'll pick up a new one and then we will do it later. And that's what's happening tonight. So I'm very excited. Steven has to set up streaming setup downstairs again so that we can do that tonight. Thank you, Vagabond and Fossix. If you're interested in the gold dew painting, let me grab that. Let me grab that after I take all the paint off my hands. Because that painting is done and I don't want that to happen. That would be bad. The link for the auction is in chat. There is a time-lapse up on my YouTube channel if you are interested in watching that. And it's also on Redbubble if you want merch of it. Like, I think it looked really cool. I want to say, what was the cool thing? There's some products I'm just like, yes, this is beautiful. I can't remember. Let me grab it. Oh, stepping back, that looks super cool. Okay, good. This painting is up for auction right now. This here actual canvas. And that's on eBay, so you can bid on that. It will be up until Thursday at almost 10 a.m. Eastern. So if you're interested in that, you will need to get your bids in. I need to isolation coat this, which is what I'm going to do the second this stream is over. I'd do it now, but my isolation coat is over that way, so we'll do it later. 9:57, I think. Yeah, I think that's when the auction will end. Oh yeah, so that's tonight. Tonight will be Tony Hawk, and I believe there's one other game we are going to play. Then on Monday we'll be continuing Okage, which we started last week. And I'm very excited for that, honestly, because I had forgotten, I know the big story plot points, which I really like, and I'm excited about some of those, but I had forgotten just how funny the game is. Like, I remembered the Pig Latin part and some of the stuff where they're like, oh, your sister Annie is so great, and son, you need to give up, you know, all of your entire life for your super great sister. But just some of the little dialogue stuff I had forgotten that really makes it charming. So tune in Monday night for that. Otherwise, next week's streams are going to be kind of normal. I don't know what Steven's doing on Wednesday. I don't know. I'm just trying to think through and I cannot remember. And then we will be continuing this next Friday, a week from now. So yeah, that was the big thing. eBay auction for the gold dew painting. This one. Monday is Okage, and tonight is Tony Hawk Pro Skater Wii special peripheral skateboard game. Mystery Wednesday game. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Chas may not even know what he's doing either. Tonight is 6 skater tricks, yo. I was playing around with the one we had before and being like, this isn't so bad, and trying not to fall in the living room, so I'm really excited for that tonight. We will be careful. Tony Hawk with real skateboard for the Wii. There's no wheels on it. It's more like a snowboard. But I think I'm gonna go for a bike ride today, and I hope you all have a good Friday. And I hope you tune in tonight for Tony Hawk. When are you putting it all on a real skateboard? I've never done that. I'm terrified of that. Thanks everyone. Have a good Friday, and I will see you tonight.